Hi everyone, welcome back. I just have a pretty basic Celtic cross reading for today, but I was feeling a lot of very heavy energies, like stuff coming up. I just feel like this eclipse is bringing up so much stuff from the subconscious mind, like so much old stuff or like karmic ties, maybe, or just things from our past lives or past versions of ourselves, alternate timelines that we are actively trying to work through. So we're just going to dive in and see what this is about for this collective here. If you can hear my AC, I'm so sorry. It's like 105 here today, so I had to keep it on. Okay, so currently, this collective has been feeling a little bit uneasy about maybe relationships in their life, about people in their life not necessarily feeling secure, second guessing a lot of relationships and a lot of foundational forces within your life. We have the Ten of Cups coming up reversed here. There's an uneasiness, not really knowing where your future is headed, feeling extremely stuck, especially when it comes to your emotions, like your emotions haven't really been able to flow. I'm hearing that you just don't feel accepted how you are right now. And you might be at this age where you feel like everything should have worked itself out already, like everything should have organized itself, or you shouldn't be feeling like this anymore. The same emotion that you felt when you were younger. How you used to watch everyone else able to let go and have fun, but you were stuck, overthinking and second guessing, maybe being bullied and not really having anyone understand who you are or where you were coming from. It's like there's a core wound here about not being accepted for who you are in your life. You all might have had some difficulties with family not accepting you, with friends never really understanding you. You might feel like an outsider, like an alien. And recently, it's like these feelings have been coming back to the surface for you. And it's kind of making you second guess what you're doing currently. Like if what you're doing is actually working, is actually pushing you ahead, if you're actually doing it the right way, if your voice matters, still feeling misunderstood, still feeling misinterpreted is really what I'm hearing. It's like whatever you say is not coming out the right way. It's a really hard place to be stuck in here. Because I sense that you're just wanting this to change. You're wanting to learn. You're wanting to grow. You're wanting to let go in these relationships and in this emotional state, but there's not really a knowing how to do it quite yet. There's still something holding you back here, and we're going to explore that. We're going to see what that is. I'm seeing that what might be helping this situation is putting yourself out there with the Two of Cups, really making a deep and profound connection with someone. And likely it's the first person that came up in your mind for this reading today. This person that does accept you, that is willing to hear you out and is not judging anything that you say. Like, this is going to be incredibly important here to foster this relationship and to practice being vulnerable and not overthinking. Like, a lot of us will replay conversations over and over and over again, right? I'm so guilty of this. Being a Cancer myself, like being the one that always wants to make everyone else happy, right? No, we can't do that anymore. We have to foster the right relationships for us and push those forward. We can't keep giving our energy into a black hole. Like, it's not healthy for us, right? I'm also seeing here something that could be holding you back is the overanalyzing, the overthinking. As you're pushing yourself to be in maybe relationships or situations that you are not quite used to, joining groups, joining communities, clubs maybe, doing things that seem really weird for you because you might be like a very isolated person, putting yourself out there, being vulnerable, right? It's going to try to pull you back into these old patterns and old habits of second guessing every single little thing you did and just thinking that everyone hates you, thinking that everyone misinterprets what you're saying. And honestly, it doesn't matter, right? Like, who cares what one person thinks? But we often fall into this trap of caring what every single person thinks. And that's like where our energy starts to get sucked away. And it's hard to know how to stop this from leaking out of us, right? Because it's like other people are just always giving us signs and signals that we're not good enough. And it triggers something. It really makes us care a lot about how people view ourselves. It pulls us out of the present moment. And it's like it's not beneficial to our overall growth. It's not healthy, but we're so trapped in this spiraling pattern of distrusting ourselves and how we relate to the world around us here. In the past position, I'm definitely seeing this leaking of energy. We have the Six of Pentacles reversed, and this card often talks about giving and receiving. When it's in the reverse position, it's overgiving, giving a little bit too much of yourself, always trying to bend to make every single other person in your life happy. And I'm feeling like the total eclipse is really trying to draw this out of you. Often for those of us who are like on this spiritual path, we don't really, oh, Benny's bringing us a gift, you guys. We don't really want to acknowledge, he brought us a little bread tie. We don't really want to acknowledge that we still have shadow work to do, that we still have aspects of ourselves that are in the dark. Like almost sometimes in the spiritual community, it can be like a little bit of a competition of doing this shadow work. And when things come up, it's like sometimes we don't really want to face it and look at it. It's too exposing. It feels too real, right? Brings us back into reality when sometimes we want to just avoid these hard things that we're facing. Benny dancing on my stack of cards. So there's this sense of trying to bend yourself to fit in every single hole, in every single peg, to fit in every single situation. And that's not realistic for anyone. There's no need to do this. It just hurts you in your growth in the long run. And honestly, this is extremely beneficial that this is even coming up. That any of this is coming up in your sphere of experience right now. To be able to look at these things and to ask yourself, why don't I feel comfortable anywhere? Like everywhere just feels alien. Everywhere feels like I'm not accepted. And why is that? Sometimes even when you're with the people closest to you, there's this gap. In the subconscious mind, there is hesitancy here. It's like always second guessing, fear of stepping forward, fear of being visible and being seen. This is the root of the trauma, or it's like the underlying thread that sits underneath the trauma, right? It's ultimately this fear of putting yourself out there. Sometimes when we are working with our fears, we have to really push ourselves. We have to be able to be incredibly vulnerable and to do it anyway. And I'm really seeing with this situation, it's just a fact of like pushing yourself through these situations that bring up this shadow aspect of yourself and continuing to do it anyway. It's like realizing when you are replaying things in your mind, when you are second guessing people in your life, when something triggers you and it just doesn't sit right, realizing that that's not something that needs to be dwelled upon and that it can be processed emotionally and it can be released, right? There's a lot of releasing here that needs to happen. And I'm seeing that for this collective here, you all are looking and searching for almost like someone to come and rescue you from this way that you've been viewing yourself. And the reality is that the only one that's going to come and be this Knight of Cups for you is yourself. You are the one that has to realize when you're getting caught up in this pattern, right? This pattern of not trusting who you are, not trusting that you have something so beautiful and unique to provide to the earth. Like second guessing why you are even here. What you have to offer is so divine. Like, I'm really seeing it clearly. There's something so integral and so beautiful within your soul that you alone can provide to the earth, right? Like, we all come here with these unique abilities and unique gifts. And that is the reason why you decided to be here at this given time. The only thing holding you back from this is leaving this behind. This way that you overanalyze. It's like catching yourself in the act. There's this full acceptance of yourself that needs to happen here. And it is the single thing that is going to propel you forward. Because in the near future card, we have the Eight of Wands. So I'm seeing like fundamental change, like a shift. Some kind of realization that's going to be happening. And I have a strong inclination that the eclipse has to do with this. Bringing out these fears, showing what's behind the curtain, right? Like what's driving us to these old patterns. As soon as we see the driving force, we realize that it's not exactly necessary. We can thank it for what it's done to protect us thus far, but there's not really a need to continue playing out this story, right? It's not beneficial in the long run. But the exciting thing about this spread so far is this Eight of Wands. It's like you're going to be moving into a new chapter, moving along into a new pattern, like almost like you're going to be the one that's patterning and not the subconscious mind. Like it's not going to be in control anymore. It's not going to be replaying these thoughts. And of course, that doesn't mean that they're all just going to disappear out of nowhere. Like, of course, we might still have some lingering stuff come up. But I think the difference here is that you are going to step into this Knight of Cups for yourself. And whenever you see yourself going back into these old patterns and old ways of being, you're going to acknowledge that and you're going to offer yourself a hand. You're going to say, no, this is not needed. What can we do that's going to propel you forward? That's going to make you feel more vulnerable, even if it's scary. You know, what can we do that can fix or work on healing this core wound that we have, right? So advice going forward, you guys, we got the Knight of Wands. So we have a lot of knights here. This is action that needs to take place in your life with the Knight cards. With the Knight of Wands, it's almost like you need to be really intentional on severing certain relationships and friendships in your life or certain circumstances that you don't necessarily feel aligned with anymore or that are not really serving where you're going. If someone is repetitively making you feel unsafe and insecure, there's no reason to continue to give and give to this person emotionally. Like, even if someone means well in your life, they can still be an emotional vampire, right? So just use discernment here and figure out like who it is that you need in your life right now. I'm really seeing that there might be a close circle of people. Like, keep your circle close as you're working on healing this core wounds. keep a tight-knit group of friends, or even just one other person, like in this Two of Cups card, that you can go to about this healing journey. Like, there's no need to put yourself in situations where you're overgiving, right? But it's hard to balance. It's really hard to balance, especially for the water signs. It's like we want to put ourselves in situations that make us feel vulnerable and that can allow us to make friends and to work on these core wounds that we have. But in the same way, we don't want to put ourselves in relationships that make us give and give and give. So just use discernment on what these groups are or what these people are for you right now. It's going to be really, really important moving forward for your personal growth to put yourself around the right people here. And I'm also seeing that a lot of this feeling unsafe might have to do with your environment. Because we do have the Page of Pentacles coming up reversed as it relates to the people around you. There's been a lot of comparison, comparing yourself to external forces, to other people. Maybe other people in your life are really successful. You know, members of your family, your friends are going out and doing these things. And I'm really seeing that it has to do with confidence here. Like there might be a little bit of a jealousy of the people who are confident in your life right now. These people are taking chances, but you're feeling stuck. And you might be wondering why. And I am seeing in the spread that you've definitely come a long way. Like I definitely want to acknowledge that because you came from being someone who was maybe so shy, so reclusive, really not wanting to take chances, not wanting to put yourself out there because that means that you're seen and you can get hurt. So you had this like protective mechanism that was over you for a really long period of time. And you've done the work in starting to put yourself out there. And that's why these core wounds are coming up even more right now, because of your recent expansion. There's been like so much growth that you've had with this. And at first it's like super exciting to be growing and to be watching yourself almost like a third person view, like watching yourself doing all of these amazing things that you never thought you could do. But then the thoughts kick in, they come back, right? And it's like there's a lot of comparison. You're seeing all of these people on the internet, like online, social media, in your life, your friends, your family, be successful and have the confidence to do so. But you're asking, like, what does that mean for me? What does that leave me? Like, how do I move forward from here? I'm seeing and sensing that there's this fear of letting go. We had the Eight of Cups come forward. You've let go of so much, and the things that you have now, I mean, it honestly feels like you've let go of so much that it's like you didn't even pack a bag. You just left. Like you've been in a situation where you've just had to leave, and you really don't want to repeat that. It's like the things you have now are really precious to you. Like where you are in your life, you're very proud of. But there's an encouragement here to kind of deep dive into the unknown. Like this card is so interesting because she's like walking toward a Roswell sign, right? So it's like deep diving into the subconscious mind. Like you are in a position that is safe enough, right? Even if it doesn't feel that way. Like you've come from a very unsafe place in your life and you've built up your life to this point. And so you are safe enough to start to evaluate and unpack these interior fears that are dwelling in our subconscious mind, like on the inside, that you have to look at to be able to move forward. It's like leveling up, you guys. Like you've done the leveling up. And now you're just like gaining experience to level up again. And it's always really exposing when we level up because it's something new. It's a lot more stuff we have to learn, a lot more stuff we have to deal with. Like the bosses get bigger as we level up. It gets harder. It's not like we ever finish all of the shadow work. It just grows. It just continues to be unpacked, right? And that's what I'm seeing here. It's like Whenever you feel like you're not actually leveling up, or you're not actually moving, whenever you feel stagnant, just know that like that's not true at all. There's so much movement, there's so much being planned for you, there's so much unfolding. Sometimes it just takes a little while to get here on this plane of manifested reality, right? And so the outcome for all of this, we started off with the Ten of Cups reversed, really feeling like we're not accepted. Even if there are those people that accept us, it's like we can't accept ourselves. And we're ending with the Judgment card, you guys. I always think this is so fascinating when it comes up in self-acceptance spreads like this. Because it says judgment. It's like the single thing that we're afraid of is being judged. It's people misinterpreting us, people not understanding us. And this card is encouraging us to really add a twist to that. It's like accept judgment as a new beginning, as like an awakening. That it doesn't really matter like who judges you, as long as you are aligned within yourself, as long as you accept yourself. And that's the real work here. It's the challenge, the ultimate challenge. It's that it doesn't have to do with other people, you guys. It has to do with what's going on inside yourself. Like, it reminds me of some of those crazy people on the internet that just do really weird things. That are like, sometimes they do it for views, but sometimes they're just being happy and loving themselves. And I mean, I'm sure you can think of one that you've seen, like the Bean Wizard comes to mind for me, that are just doing ridiculous things because they're in the moment and they're just happy. And guaranteed, there are thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people that are judging what they're doing. But it doesn't really matter because it's not like affecting you. It's not affecting who you are on the inside. And so there, with this Judgment card, there's like this rising above this past version of you. And it also makes me think of like seeing yourself the way your higher self sees you, like taking a different point of view, looking at yourself out of love, like the way your guides see you, the way that your angels, your higher self, they look at you every single moment and they just want you to love yourself the way that they love you, right? So really take this time with the eclipse to work on loving yourself. And I want to get an oracle card for this reading. Oh. Wow, you guys. Honor the cycles. It just reminds me of the universal law of rhythm. Not everything is going to feel integrated and aligned. And sometimes that's okay. Because when we dive into the deep parts of ourselves, it gives us opportunities that we don't have when we are feeling enlightened and aligned. It allows us to really dig deep and to see what is hiding in the darkness, to pull it out and to integrate it. That's the only way we level up, is defeating the boss, defeating those inner demons that we face every single day that are always whispering in our ear, wanting us to hide away, wanting us not to share our true voice and our true light. So this is just encouragement to honor every single aspect of yourself and love yourself for who you are, because I do. I do, and so does Benny, you guys. We're all here to spread this love to each other. So with that, you all, like I said, I love you very, very much. So does Benny. He's over in his nest. But I will see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.